Good morning, everybody. We are back again. We're back again. Team Liberty has reconvened to bring to you our latest updates for Liberty County. Thank you once again for being so faithful to the process, and that we hear that many of you have tuned in every Wednesday, and that's certainly very admirable, and we appreciate your dedication to ensuring that you get the latest information, and more so ensuring that you help to convey the information to everybody in your immediate vicinities. We are still in the middle of a pandemic. It has not gone away. I can say, and you will hear some specific stats that will follow me, that we're holding our own. Our concern is that we do have a major holiday this weekend, and want to ensure that everybody remains vigilant in their adherence to the CDC recommendations. So you will hear that theme over and over from the speakers that will follow me. So that's our biggest announcement today, is to be safe, go into the weekend with the mindset to be safe, so that 2 weeks, 3 weeks after, we don't have a spike in our numbers. So if I can ask you to please do that, that will be the best thing you can do for our community. We cannot control what happens in all of Georgia, but we can control what happens in Liberty County. Certainly we can't control what happens in your household. So we need you to do that for us. Please, ma'am, and please, sir. At this time, I will be followed by Mayor Alan Brown from the city of Hinesville.
Thank you, Donald. Good morning from the city of Hinesville. As of this morning, Liberty County had 933, I hope these are perfectly accurate or real close, 933 confirmed cases, with only one since yesterday, and an increase of 39 since we spoke last week. So that's fairly good news. The numbers are a little better on new cases. They're flattening some. We're not where we need to be yet, but we seem to be going in the right direction. Some of you may have heard that Governor Kemp has issued new executive orders late on Monday, August 31st. The state has extended the public health emergency to October 10th and the required COVID measures through September 15th. Both orders can be found on the city's website, and you can read it all. They're usually kind of long and boring, but it's just an extension of what we have. As I've said over the last few weeks, I encourage each person in Hinesville and Liberty County to take time to visit the public health website and educate themselves on the daily counts. And a quick reminder for those interested in receiving a COVID test. Department of Public Health and Diversity are conducting them. To learn more, you can be tested by visiting on how you can be tested and where. You can go to their websites,19.gachd.org to schedule a test with the Department of Public Health, and you can visit www.diversityhc.org for diversity health testing information. I do know that they will be conducting drive-through testing for the first 150 visitors at the Schumann Center in James Brown Park on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursday, August 27th was when they began, and I think they're continuing to do that. It's from 9 to 11, and I think the traffic patterns are findable. City police are down there helping organize the traffic flow. I'd like to also encourage you, those of you in Hinesville who have not completed the census. We're going to keep saying that, I'm sorry. The other is a big issue, but so is our census. It's millions of dollars for our community to do things good in the community. There are a number of these areas that have been affected where the COVID count's high, and we want all of them to receive full attention they deserve when the count is over. Census data helps provide funding for our hospitals, schools, infrastructure, economic development, and on and on and on. But all of these things that affect the future of our county, they do affect the future of our county. So let's give future generations of Liberty County an even brighter future. I will ask you to please complete your 2020 census by Wednesday, September 30th. I was hesitant to say that date. I wish you'd do it today or any time between now and then, but no later than September 30th. And you can find it at www.2020census.gov or find more information on completing it via email or by phone. Please, let's get counted, Liberty County. In closing, the same reminder of every week, practice the 3 W's, wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Thank you, and stay safe, Hinesville and Liberty County.
Good morning to the city of Walthallville, Chairman Levitt, Mayor Brown. We, the city of Walthallville, we was closed for a few days a couple of weeks ago due to the fact that someone came in contact with a positive case. So we closed the building and went into sanitizing. So we had a professional team to come in and sanitize the building from top to bottom. And out of the City Hall is still closed to the public out of the abundance of caution for our citizens. However, our drive-through is still open, and also bills can still be paid online and at the drop box at City Hall. Our online number is 888-246-0415, and City Hall number is 912-368-7501. And again, I'd like to echo Mayor Brown, citizens of Walthallville, we are at a low turnout with the census. Please, ma'am, please, sir, fill your 2020 census out. There has been some requests to me in the city of Walthallville, and with your census being filled out, those requests can be met. So please, ma'am, please, sir, fill out your 2020 census. We do have someone there at the Walthallville Police Department, Mayor Pro Temp Levitt. She's there to help you, and anyone at City Hall is there to help you with your census. So please, ma'am, please, sir, again, back to COVID-19, wash your hands, wear your mask, and watch your distance. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mayor Baker. Good to be able to be here again this week with y'all. Not a lot of changes in county operational guidance. I think the stats group has really covered those along with the governor's order. So again, our offices remain on limited access into the buildings. Court facilities still under judicial order until September 10th. As a matter of fact, at that time, Chief Justice Harold Melton will consider that. No change in the recreation. We are still a pre-phase one back to limited access right now on some of those facilities as the board continues to weigh some options to look at possibly a return to some use of fields and activities there. Commission meeting is still limited as far as they go. Right now, for public participation, limited to only those things on the agenda. I do want to mention on the census, too, to echo everything everybody said, there are some tremendous volunteer opportunities that are coming up in this 30-day crunch period. Reach out to that website. Please send an email there if you're willing to volunteer to hand out some census material to help your community. With that, I want to pause for a second and just see if we've got any questions that have come in at all. What was the question? As I just mentioned, commission looking at some things there. Recreation director putting together a packet for a possible use of some of those fields under some strict guidelines that would be monitored. So at this time, they are not open. Okay, thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you, gentlemen. Just want to say that even in reference to that question, our overall theme is safety. Certainly, we would like for things to go back to the way they were, but we have to answer to the science and ensure that our community is kept safe. And I hope you would want your leadership to do that, Sam. So I can appreciate Team Liberty and what they've done thus far to ensure the safety of our citizens. That means so much to us when you are compliant and when you are cooperative. Now, I have heard several compliments from various people who are saying you're doing a good job. So Team Liberty, the general sentiment is you're doing a good job. So we appreciate that. But just know that nothing that we do is designed to be punitive, but it's designed for your safety. That we can get back to the day we can go back to doing most of the things that we have done. I'm not saying we'll be able to go totally back, to the way we did it, but to most of the things that we've done. Someone said very recently we should have been sanitizing our hands anyway. So some of those things are just going to be standard. But unless we hold the line on it, we won't be able to get back to some form of normalcy. So thank you for that. Just want to once again remind you that be careful on the holiday. My mama would say don't frolic too bad, and that we have to pay a price for it 2 weeks after that, and have to maybe go back then to tighten the screws on the activities in Liberty County. So wherever you are in the public, be sure to follow CDC guidelines, and you heard it from Mayor Brown, you heard it from Mayor Baker, Mr. Joy Brown, our county administrator. Don't forget the 3 W's, wash, wear, and watch. Wash, wear, and watch. That should be something that we say even in our sleep, wash, wear, and watch. If we do that, I'm sure that we can get back to, to do that, we can help our Liberty County numbers, and we can get back to some form of normalcy in our community. So thank you very much. Also like to reiterate what they said about the census. Very, very, very important for the future of our community. So please ask your next door neighbors, have you completed the census? Those persons in your circle and your work areas, wherever they are, that's very, very vital to the success of Liberty County. We've done marvelous things here in Liberty County, but we have not yet reached our potential, but that cannot be reached unless we have the proper count. So thank you to Crystal Hart and her committee, all those persons. The big thank you to Fort Stewart. Third ID is looking real good. It's looking real good with that number, so we appreciate that. As Mr. Brown just said, Joy Brown just said, we can use volunteers, so please go to that website. Just call the county office, and I'm sure he'll be able to direct you to Crystal's number so that Crystal can have the volunteers she need. A lot of things now is not by government, it's by grassroots, and that's you. That's you, that's you. So this is your time to make a difference in your community by volunteering to help, in this case with the census. Let me also remind you, or perhaps mention to you the first time, something on the ballot that will come in November is e-commerce, which is an exemption that we need in our county to give to our industrial partners, that we might be competitive with our neighbors who are all seeking the same thing that we are seeking, to provide jobs and better living, quality of life to their citizens. So as a commissioner, I can't not tell you to vote for it, but I can tell you to consider it. It will be on November ballot to allow Liberty County to have e-commerce exemption as something we can offer to our industrial partners who would like to come to Liberty County. And again, to make us competitive to our neighbors who already have it. So, if I'm going to be Liberty County proud, I got to beat them out. I got to beat them out. Got to beat them out. So we need you to help us do that on November the 3rd. So thank you so much once again for tuning in. Please get your questions ready for next time if you haven't done that today. We'd be happy to answer those for you. Thank you. Have a great day.